Hodge twins back. They went and took a break during the. They went and took a break, and I was notified. You again went into the bathroom together.
It's warm in there, man.
Yeah, it's real warm.
Well, yeah, when there's two of you.
Yeah.
This place is like a damn ice box.
Why do you both go into the bathroom? What do you do?
It's warm. We talking. Talk about investments.
We talk about, hey, there's a lot of white people in here. Don't let your guard down.
Need a safe space, man.
In the bathroom? How many white people are in the bathroom?
Well, we've been going to the bathroom since we were kids. You know, we used to take baths together. And
Yeah, but usually that stops.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore. Shut up.
We're going to go and take some of your chats. But one thing, too, we have an upcoming video. Yesterday, we went to the gym together. And speaking of differences, and by the way, we have shows next week. I think Brian Callen's going to be in. A black woman, when we were going to the gym, we were just walking, and she leaned out of her car. Yeah. And she was saying something, and I turned back, and you guys were saying thank you, and I realized she was saying, you two are really handsome.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that?
Yeah.
You said that happens all the time?
Yeah, from black women, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
White women, too.
Who?
White women.
Yeah, they like that dark.
Yeah,
But more often,
chocolate.
But
black
it's like
women.
a cultural thing with black women. They will tell you if they find you good looking.
I have gone my entire 33 years and never once seen a white woman just say like, hey, excuse me, you're handsome. It's never happened.
Yeah.
Never. I'm not as handsome as you, granted. usually it's a white woman saying to me, are those mirrors on your shoes? And I say, no. I don't know how this ties in. But I'm just saying that's a perfect example of racial differences.
Yeah.
None is better or worse than the other, but it's just different. I've never, usually you have to be on a third date for a woman to admit that you're not repulsive with white people. It is a little bit different. White people don't really do that very much. White people don't. It was surprising. They just said, the girl just said, "You're very." She was an older woman too, and I will say, black women. I've talked about this on air. I've never once had a black woman get uncomfortable or not appreciate a compliment.
No.
Right.
White women, you got to be careful
Accept
because, like, be like, "Wow, you have beautiful skin." Are you gonna rate me now? No. Or the black woman, I'm just like, "Wow, I really like." Usually have like super long nails. I'm like, "Oh, that was very interesting." Oh my, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice.
I will return your merchandise here at Kohl's, and I will allow you to keep the merchandise while giving you a refund. And the one, I've talked about this, the one black girl who I dated two black girls, but the one black girl who I dated as an adult, not in high school, she was very aggressive. She make-out raped me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she make-out raped me because I was living in her mom's house at the time. Her mom was a realtor. And so I was living in her mom's house in Simi Valley because she lived in Malibu. She said, look, you can just live in my house. You can and show the house for me and keep it clean so I don't have to drive all the way out there.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, thank you, because I was homeless. And I was like a beach sleeping in an
sounds
82 Datsun. But then her daughter liked me.
Yeah.
And she was pretty, but I didn't think it was going to work out long term. But the problem is I am in her mother's house. So I guess we're dating now.
Oh, man. This is getting hot. Don't stop. Keep talking.
Sounds like a romance novel.
And this is a true story because I've talked about this. People were like, "Well, did you have?" No, I didn't have any sex at all. My wife and I didn't have any sex before marriage. Not like Bill Clinton, like nothing. And same thing with this. So she like lunged at me in her mom's house and. And then she was like, so what do you want to do? And I felt like she was trying to push for something. I said, I don't know. You want to go see a movie? And she said no. And there was a Gold's Gym in Simi Valley that had like a cardio theater. I was like, they have a cardio theater. We don't even need to pay. We can go see what they're showing. Look, they're showing Jaws too. She's like, I don't want to go to the gym. I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll walk you to your car. So
She wanted you to go deep inside.
she was very aggressive. She was married with child 6 months later when we didn't continue.
Clear plans with her life.
Clear plans. I thought she wanted something that I was not ready for at that point. And there's nothing. She was a very nice girl, by the way. But here's the truth. I walk her to her car. Okay, good. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
I'm still a man. I'm trying to be a good Christian man, and I just there's a makeout thing. And then I walk her to her car, and I say, okay, good night. And I go back. And she's gone, so I'm like, I'm gonna lounge. And then I switch into pajamas, which are nothing but basketball shorts, paper thin basketball shorts. Keep in mind, I'm still hot and bothered.
Of course.
Shit, she's still there.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you know what? I didn't really feel like going home, and I like you can't hide it with basketball shorts.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So now I'm walking around with a loaded weapon.
Yeah.
And I didn't let her in the door, like held it like I was like there with a robe. I'm like,
Oh, come on!
I know. But the basketball show is like, this is so uncomfortable.
You're on the other side of the door, like it's a
know.
horror movie.
I know most people would not believe me with this, but it was true. And so in other words, in my experience, black women are very aggressive.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing because I'm shy.
You're shy? Really? I would not expect you to be shy.
Growing up was really. I'm still really shy.
Still really shy. Like when I get to know you, I'm not shy anymore. But
Yeah, I mean, you called me all sorts of racial epithets. So what do? The woman have to make the first move on you?
Yeah, because I cannot. I don't want to ask a woman for a number and then get turned down. I can't take the rejection.
Yeah. Really?
I can't.
You ever been? I would imagine you don't get rejected a whole lot. You're good-looking guys. No?
I don't know.
So there you go. They're nice guys. They're shy guys, and you can support them. Good guys at is it officialhodgetwins.com?
Yeah, that's our website. You can buy a nice patriotic T-shirt today.
All right, let's go to some chat. We have some chat for me and for the twins.
Okay, Sydney writes, Morning Crowder Crew, thanks for all you do. Question, what do you think will be the next thing changed from cancel culture? Don't know what this first one is. Aunt Jemima, what next?
What's barrel? Cracker Barrel?
Maybe.
Maybe she misspelled barrel?
Oh, she censored cracker.
Maybe it's because the chat auto censors?
The chat does
Maybe.
auto-censor,
Oh, the chat auto censor? Well, that's ridiculous. Cracker Barrel, Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben's. What have we changed? We've changed Redskins, Indians. Didn't they just change Chiefs, too? I think they just changed Chiefs, which was named after actually I think a general or something. The chief, like it wasn't actually.
Doesn't matter.
If I'm not mistaken. I think they want to change Chiefs.
Yeah.
It's tough to know. I mean,
I know what's left.
I mean, Redskins. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I get it. I still think, you shouldn't necessarily change it, but what is it also? Maybe it's probably the Chicago Blackhawks. Did they change that jersey yet? Where it's a beautiful jersey with the feathers and stuff. I don't know. I don't follow hockey. It's tough to know because you never would have thought that they were canceling people like J.K. Rowling. All right, let's go to another chat.
Okay, Ashley Webb wants to know, my school is hosting a meeting titled Exploring Definitive Moments of Whiteness. What should I do?
Don't go.
Okay.
This is so stupid.
how can you what the?
What does that even?
What does it mean? How does that help black? I don't understand. How does that help? The idea is this is done under the guise of it helps black people.
It doesn't.
Supposedly.
I would imagine that it would create more racism.
Yeah, it does.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I'm really concerned about it, honestly, because I grew up in Montreal, and our school did not have a lot of black kids. But we had a lot of Asians, we had a lot of Middle Eastern kids, we had a lot of specifically Lebanese kids, a lot of Muslims, like we had prayer rooms. And it was mostly a post-racial world, and both in the United States and in Canada. Like we had black, but we didn't really think about it so much. You'd rib each other. And I'm worried that there is no post-racial America now. There was post-racial America for a period where when I was growing up, now, does it mean that maybe I didn't understand some of the individual racism that black people face? Of course. I understand that there's individual discrimination that everyone faces that maybe I didn't face. I have different experiences because I was an English-speaking Canadian in French Canada where they had the language police, and if I opened Stevens '*S Diner, I was fined out of business. So there was actual systemic discrimination against English-speaking citizens in Quebec. So not by skin color, but by language, but by where you were born. I did experience some of that discrimination growing up, and so I know that it feels pretty crappy. That being said, it's not the same here in the United States. There's no systemic discrimination. When we grew up, there was, I would say, post-racial America because what were the shows that I watched? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters. It wasn't like we ever said we watched the black show and the white show. Even the shows that we watched, like Power Rangers, were mixed, right? It was just something, it was just kind of like it was never a thing.
Yeah.
Tons of black stars, Denzel Washington, Will Smith. I mean, there's a ton of them.
But think about it now.
And now it's,
what do you have now? You have,
I don't know.
I don't even know what's on, but you would have like Modern Family, and then you have Tyler Perry and TBS. It's like now you have black people go, and it's like, this is black people content.
Yeah.
This is white people content.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? We didn't really, I don't know, I felt like we didn't have that nearly as much when we were growing up. It was way more mixed, and now I think the kids constantly being reminded. Here's what worries me. Okay, you obviously haven't experienced this because you're black. No one ever came up to you and said, like, we're going to teach you a class where you have to recognize how awful you are for being black. So imagine you're a white...
They probably need to.
but imagine a white kid going to school who's never owned a slave, who's never had a racist thought, and he's going to school and he has teachers telling him, no, you need to recognize your privilege. No, you have problems. No, you need to recognize the horrible things that your forefathers have committed. You're bad because you're... What's going to happen? That kid's going to resent it, and he's going to say, well, why are they doing this? I haven't done anything wrong. Oh, because black people want me to do this? All right, well, maybe I have a problem. But it's not black people.
Yeah.
It's feminist white bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that you're going to have way more racism in this generation because when you vilify someone based on race, they're going to see race a lot more.
Yeah, there's way more racism in this country now. It all started in Obama's administration. Ever since then, it's getting worse and worse. But that's what they want.
And that's what I remember. That was the one silver lining I thought with Barack Obama being president. I was like, okay, socialist, smoking crack with Bill Ayers. All right, supports babies, babies born alive, letting them die in a way. I was like, hey, pretty bad. But the one silver lining is at least there can be total healing. Like now, a black person has, Will Smith talked about it for years, being the first black president. Ha ha ha. Yeah. And now I said that'll at least be one good thing. Yeah. And then it was just like the racial unity just cracked.
It's been all downhill from there.
It really. Who would have thought that who would have thought that you would go from riots? Racial riots in this, like my dad in Detroit in the 60s, and civil rights, but which obviously there was racism, and obviously those people experienced it, and obviously we need to understand history. But who would have thought that we went racial riots, skip a generation? You have Los Angeles individually, but and then Black Lives Matter riots under the first black president.
Yeah.
If you would have told us that in 1998,
and then it escalates.
No one would have believed you. They're like, what? You're going to have the first black president and you're going to have the most violent, racially motivated riots ever? How does that work? That's what we ended up with.
Mainstream media.
But they want us to think that it's because, you say some naughty words or you tell some racially motivated jokes. That's what's really causing the division. No, it's not teaching young kids that they suck because they're white, and not teaching young kids that they need to let their stores be looted if someone has the right skin color, and it's not from telling young black kids that they can't make it in America. Just ignore the last president who served 8 years and his retarded sidekick who's now serving another 4. It's not because of all this browbeating and racial division and solely identifying people by their race. It's because Kramer got up at an open mic at Laugh Factory.
Yeah, he got pissed.
It was a bad moment. Don't get me wrong, but that didn't breed new racists.
Yeah.
People didn't watch that and go, he makes a compelling argument. People go, that guy's crazy.
What happened with that? They was heckling him, right?
Yeah.
They were heckling him, and then they turned the camera. That was the first sort of cancel thing. And that being said, it was like everyone sort of agreed this was horrible. He shouldn't have said this. Repeatedly said, he didn't just say N-word. He stuck it with the ER. And
he was saying the hardest thing for them. He was going, what can I offend this person with?
Right.
And then he said
I think it was horrible. I also don't think he's a racist. I know. So my mom did Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal. She was a wardrobe stylist, and he was a host one year, and he was debilitatingly shy because he had never done really live shows like that. He was more of a classical actor.
Right.
And I think maybe he had an improv background. I don't know. But compared to Jerry Seinfeld or compared to John Candy or Dame Edna or Joan Rivers, all these people would come in and she'd have to do the costumes and work with him. She said he was really nice, but he was really shy. I think he would throw up before going on. He would get back in the green room and he was really, really demure and shy. And then he was just trying to do stand-up. And it's a pressure cooker. If someone heckles you, right, at stand-up, especially when you're coming up, now most people are there for you.
Yeah.
What happens is they say something where they're trying to take over the show. The way you shut them down is by stinging them so hard and so fast that they don't want to speak again.
Yeah, right.
And so you combine that with, I need to shut this guy up, with a complete lack of experience, and that's where you end up with Michael Richards saying all that crazy racist stuff. Yeah, all right, let's, we have 2 more chats or 1?
Yeah, 2 more.
Okay.
All right, so Andrew Griffiths wants to know, why does the show say Louder with Crowder again instead of Good Morning Mug Club? Joe Biden has been getting all the softball questions lately, so I figured it's about time you got one. Thank you for the show. You have a positive impact on my life. Thanks for that. Keep up the great work, guys.
It's a tough question.
I appreciate the question. You know what it was is when we did the Mug Club Quarantine Month, we had been doing the night show, which was Louder with Crowder, and we needed to delineate that between the morning show, which we were doing 2 shows 3 times a week, I think.
Yeah.
And so we did Good Morning Mug Club. And then we found that more people were watching both the nighttime show Louder with Crowder and Good Morning Mug Club in the morning. And in doing our analytics, we realized that people watch late night, not really late at night. They watch it in the morning.
Yeah, the next morning.
Yeah. And this was a better schedule for us where we were able to get on news more quickly and do better because this show, unlike a lot of podcasts, has a lot of pre-production and it's tough to do sometimes. We're getting a day ahead. And then when we came back, we said, well, the show was always Louder with Crowder. Good Morning Mug Club was kind of temporary.
Yeah.
And since this is the flagship show, it's just Louder with Crowder. So it's basically late night in the morning. I mean, listen, the world is changing. It's new media, man. Get with the time.
Plus, we got to get that intro song back.
I
love that strange
We
animal
got to get the strange animal song going on. So there have been some Mug Club Quarantine Month was really it was tough, but it was really valuable for us because just doing that much content, we got to see what you all wanted most. And yeah, it really, I'm grateful. And how many of you guys joined up? I really do appreciate it. You guys have kept us going. We're the only people who survived the onslaught with the Vox apocalypse and big tech. And we don't have foreign caliphate money. We're not the Young Turks. And we don't have,
We were target number 1.
Target number 1. And I don't know where the money comes from Brian Stelter.
Ooh.
But I assume it's from some black hole of talentlessness. I will tell you this, by the way, last Thursday, I told you this, Gerald. Dave wasn't here. It was the 3rd most terrifying experience of my life. When I made myself pass out on air.
That was pretty scary.
Yeah. So you guys didn't really realize it when you were watching. But what happened was we did the Asian rosé shove, and Tokunawan was purple. And this was round 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even know if I can make myself that red. And so I did this, and we're like,
So he attempted.
So I attempted to make myself red. So, I did that thing. And I passed out here in the chair. You look like I would have to just like hold my breath and create. Look, let me try and make my color the color. And then we're going to take your chat, by the way.
Oh, boy.
Let me try and make my color like Okinawa and tell me if I get close.
I'm seeing some turning.
No, you're not getting close.
No. On the sides, look at the sides.
Getting there.
In the shade.
Oh,
yeah. You can't do that.
Oh, my gosh.
Are you going to see stars?
I don't remember what just
I'm kind of impressed. You actually you started getting a little red. Yeah.
You are.
I'm gonna be of no use to you after the show.
Did you hurt yourself by doing that, Stephen? Do you need me to continue for you?
Something weird just happened.
Oh, man.
Do you know where you are? Are you like Joe Biden, waking up every morning wondering?
I think I just might have actually passed out.
I think you did. Well, I think I could see it in your eyes. I think you passed out.
And so what happened was I just remember coming to about, I don't know how long it was. I have no idea. But I see this light and the Andrew Breitbart sign. And here's the thing. Did you have recurring nightmares as a kid that like you had a test that you hadn't studied for?
Right, yeah.
Did you ever have that?
No.
Okay. So that was, you were too busy delivering pizzas at 15 an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Or not delivering pizzas.
Yeah.
That used to be a recurring nightmare I would have as a kid. Well, maybe you could relate to this then. Have you had the recurring nightmare that like you're on stage and you've forgotten everything?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a recurring nightmare that I've had, right? A show or being on stage and I've forgotten everything. So here's what happens. I see the Andrew Breitbart sign. And keep in mind, when you pass out, you have no short-term memory at all.
Yeah.
So I have no idea that I just basically choked myself out. And I look over to Gerald and I go, wait, and I'm kind of floating around. I go, I swear to you, in my mind, I go, this isn't real. This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a show.
Wait, you see me in your nightmares?
I'm like,
I look at Gerald.
I just woke up and I'm doing a show. Clearly, this wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. And then Gerald asked me something, and it starts washing over me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this isn't a nightmare. This just happened. And I thought, because I don't remember what just happened, but I remember that I have this, this heart issue. I'm like, did I just have a stroke? Did I just have a heart attack? I thought, oh my gosh, I used full spectrum CBD and it was stored in my fat and I'm having a psychotic episode. All of these things started happening and I was freaking out. Until then it came to me. I was like, oh, I just made myself pass out. But I literally told myself, this isn't real. This is your recurring nightmare. It's not. I lived my recurring nightmare.
Wow.
And you overcame it. I knew like pretty quickly.
Steady.
I was like, something's wrong. And I was like, did you hurt yourself?
Yeah.
I was trying to like see what was going on.
You
and
had
then
that wayward look about you, like
my
trying to figure
pulse was
things
like
out.
145 an hour after the show.
Well, did my wife watch that? And you didn't like pass out like you didn't close your eyes and fall back or anything, but like she said there was one like telltale sign of what happened. Like you actually had like a little shiver. Like
Oh, really?
When you looked at Andrew Breitbart, like when you went to look this way, you kind of like your body just uncontrollably twitched. And she was like, I've seen that before. I'm not sure exactly what you did. You made yourself see stars for sure.
It's scary, yeah. I usually just take the belt off my neck. The tissues.
Oh, well, look, whatever you do in the private of your bedroom and consenting adult relationships is your business.
McDonald's bathroom.
What was that? We're going to play Photoshop or not and take your chat in a second. But what was that movie with Hayden Christensen? Was it Life as a House? Life as a House?
I think it is.
So there was a
myself
scene in that where I was
knowing.
watching with my ex-girlfriend whose mom, I met my youth group. His mom was a church lady, very, very nice.
Yeah.
We were watching this film, Life as a House, and he was autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's hanging himself with a belt in this, and we're watching the scene in the movie, and I swear to you, I'm sitting there and I know what's happening. And they go, "It's so sad. He's trying to hang himself." I said, I don't think he's sad right now.
Nope.
That's not what I'm getting from this. So I just
So you have a
moved
time
on.
release for that. Oh my gosh! Yeah, you just can't. You
No,
can't
there's
tell them.
there's no comfortable way to explain to someone who doesn't know what that
Right.
is.
Yeah.
without
No,
them
actually,
thinking
what
you're
he's
all
doing.
Just let them be
horrible.
pure. It's okay.
Well, and you don't want to, because what if they're younger and they're like, you can what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
want
give them any ideas.
You don't want to tell that to a 27-year-old Dave.
No. Oh, no.
All that's required is a belt, you say.
Is that right?
All of a sudden, every time you're going out for a walk, he's like looking at ledges and good places. Like, oh, that's a nice sturdy post. What? Nothing.
No.
It's got to be a weird thing to explain at the pearly gates if it doesn't work out.
So what happened?
I fell. You didn't fall. We have cameras.
Let's continue the
Oh,
game.
sorry.
yeah, that's right.
We got
We
sidetracked.
digress.
We got sidetracked.
We digress.
I had to bring that up with you.
No, I know.
So
no,
funny
it's
to
so
me.
disturbing.
To watch people
Is
get
it?
dunked on.
Okay,
Real
I'm going to say
or
that's
Photoshopped?
photoshopped because he would have a better makeup artist if he had those liver spots. That's photoshopped.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to say that's photoshopped, and I think that's actually Harry Reid's hands after he got beaten up by his brother Larry.
That
Reid.
might be true.
Okay.
Nice.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. It's real.
It's real.
It's
I
real.
told you.
No.
Oh
Do I get a
my
point?
God.
Yes.
It's real.
What do you have? An iodine IV for
Well,
breakfast?
he's very old.
I think he's old, but something happened to him at some point. I can't remember what it was. He either had surgery or a
He's dead
procedure or
inside.
something. You know,
Yeah, maybe he's just dead inside.
He's a turtle.
he's become a zombie. He's the first zombie in
He
Congress.
hasn't found his new shell.
He looks like Dana Carvey as the going to the Turtley Club. Masters of Disguise.
Turtles?
Yeah, wow, that's real.
All right, here we
Which,
go.
by the way, also the funniest thing, Harry, did you not remember when Harry Reid, he was all bruised and beaten up?
So funny.
And he claimed it was from using resistance bands in his
Oh,
house? No, it was a
his-
drunken bar fight with his brother Larry.
Yes.
Oh.
Larry Reid came in and beat the hell out of Harry Reid. I'm just picturing like a cartoon tumbleweed, you know,
Yeah.
them rolling. And then he claimed it was using resistance bands in his shower. And so someone who's used resistance bands even during the quarantine.
I fell in the shower.
Yeah, there's no way you would ever use those resistance bands in the shower, in the glass
shower?
shower door.
What are you,
so
multitasking?
weird.
Like, I'm bathing
All right.
and working out.
Harry and Larry Reid. Oh, those
All right.
two. Okay, next.
Lou
Next one.
Reed.
Here we go. Is it real or Photoshop?
Oh, well,
That's-
okay. I feel like this is a trick because I feel as though you're taking ones that would seem real.
Perhaps.
Like that seems passable. And
Yeah.
that means it's a Photoshop because the other one seemed Photoshop, but it was real. So I'm going to say, well, what do you think there, Joe?
I think it's Photoshop because of the droopy left eye. I think they're
Okay.
trying to accentuate that.
Well, they want to make it, they
Worse.
want to accentuate the stroke.
Right.
What do you think there?
I think it is fake.
Yeah, I think this was Photoshop too. But bring up the picture
We'll
again.
bring it back
It's
up.
not because of the droopy eye; it's because of the lump forehead on the right.
Okay, a
because
little lumpy.
either you know, one of the cardinals like gave her a fresh one when she tried to take communion,
Jeez.
or that's just it's disproportionate. You don't have that kind of a mouse above your
Right.
eye unless it's a hematoma. So I think
I like your reasoning.
She
think
just looks prettier than usual.
yes.
Skeletor, thank you for debuting.
We all say fake.
All right. It is real.
It is real.
It is
Oh
real.
my gosh, I'm 0 for 2. Did you get the first one? Did anyone
did
get
get the first one,
You
yes.
got the first one. Did you say the first one was real or fake?
I said it was real.
Okay, so I'm 0 for 2. You guys are 1 and 0.
1 and 0,
1 and
okay,
1.
all right.
1 and 1. I'm not good with math.
I don't think that's
That
mathematical.
was a very basic calculation that I messed up.
It's okay.
Well, I was
you
wrong
passed out.
on that.
It's
You're
okay.
0 for 2.
All right.
All right,
You're
ready?
1 and
1
1.
for 2.
Okay.
And
all
the
right.
third one. Here we go.
Third one.
Real
Let's see.
or Photoshop?
Real or Photoshop? Okay, you know what? Okay, this is a trick.
It is a trick too. Yes.
What?
Photoshopped nose rings.
What do you?
Oh,
No.
I shouldn't pull that off.
What do you think, Dave?
It's the nose rings. I've seen the picture.
No, he does have a nose.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does have nose rings. It's the beard is not that long.
Yeah,
It's
so
Maybe
Photoshopped.
the beard is.
Yeah, the beard is done too long on that one.
Let's
I
see
guess
it
I
again.
just
Just
he did have nose
Bring it-
rings, but
bring it
maybe it
back
was a
up.
stud.
Maybe I'm
No, you
wrong.
guys already said, but but either way, you're still right. But that is photoshopped.
Oh,
Old
okay, all right.
hoops, I don't remember.
If I'm wrong, oh my gosh, this is going to be embarrassing.
It's Photoshop.
I told you it was the beard.
He didn't have two
probably
nose
didn't have
rings.
two
It was
nose
the
rings.
additional.
It
Hold
was
on.
the
Go
beard.
back to the other one real quick. And also a fuller
An
head
extra-
of hair.
Yeah,
An
This was
extra
actually-
nose ring.
It was complimentary.
On the
You
side.
just added more decor. This is like one of those.
better.
This is like one of those exercises on the back of a children's menu. Children's
Yeah.
menu where it's like spot
Yeah.
the differences.
Spot the difference. Yeah.
It really is.
The beard, the extra nose ring.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's the Chinese Communist Party in the background.
Yeah.
We're just
Oh,
playing
yeah.
highlights.
And then the map is just like you go draw the line through the maze from Jack Dorsey's house all the way to Tiananmen Square.
Oh, it's a straight line.
Oh, look at that. All right, here we go.
All
Next
right.
one.
Let's
Is it
go.
real
Next one.
or Photoshop?
Ooh.
I like his corn teeth.
Look, we all get old, Dave.
Who is that?
Perfect
Who
teeth.
is that?
I have no idea.
I actually don't know.
Do we know?
Did you
know who
guys?
that is?
That
I
would
don't
be
know.
Prince Charles.
Prince
No.
Charles.
Charles?
Really?
That's Prince Charles. Let me see
Waiting
this.
to be king, huh?
Let me see this.
He looks worse than Diana now.
No, that's Camilla.
And all of our UK fans just tuned out.
Yeah, they're like, how dare
I
you?
can't
I missed
support
it and it
this.
came back around. Then I understood.
What do you think?
Sorry, England people.
I'm thinking I'm going to go with real because waiting to be king takes it out of you.
Well, I didn't know that was him because now his teeth are too nice.
Never going to perform in the UK, huh?
Probably
Just
not.
wait, take it off
Sealing
the table.
that deal, yeah.
No, I love those people.
Yeah.
I like John Cleese.
I love those goofy
Yeah.
teeth bastards. Yeah.
That is centuries of inbreeding.
All right, Steven, what do you think?
Well, you didn't give me what you.
I'm gonna go real on that.
I'm going to say real. I'm going to say
Yeah.
real just because of the genetic lineage.
It is
It's true.
real.
It is
Yes!
It is real.
real. I totally cheated on that one too because
Called
I knew
out.
that one. I knew that was what inspired the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
How old
that
are
does
you
not-
when your body just gives itself shiners? Like he's just wearing Irish sunglasses.
What'd you do? I slept on a My Pillow last night.
All the lumps just.
I had a meeting with Harry, and he is Shirley.
All right, this is the final one.
Okay.
Oh,
This
jeez.
is the showstopper. Here we go. Real
Oh,
or Photoshop?
My.
Oh, okay. I think I know this, but you guys
That's
make your pick.
unfortunate.
What do you think there, Gerald?
He's taking a deep look.
I am going with photoshopped.
Oh man, I want it to be fake.
I don't want him to have led our country for 10 years.
And then have.
He has worse tits than Chaz Bono.
I know, it's terrible. They definitely have milk ducts. I gotta go real. I'm gonna go real again.
Going real? Okay.
I'm going to say that this one is fake. And just because, look, bring it back up. The reason I'm going to say fake is because of the curvature, the underboob of Barack Obama.
I agree.
Oh, you
And
guys are real
something
focused on the
else-
boob there.
Something else, and on the wrong boobs. And there's something off with the jawline of Barack Obama.
Yeah.
You said real. I say fake. All right.
No,
All
no,
right.
no. I said fake. Don't
No?
tell me
Okay.
that. Yeah.
It is fake.
Yes.
Oh, I am relieved.
Wait,
Not because
that's
of the idea-
original?
This is look.
No.
That's
What?
Oh, you just made
We
her
actually
boobs
made
bigger.
her more feminine.
really? He's
This
real?
is the original.
Wait, no, it's a second. There's no editing to his.
There's no
No,
editing to the
there's
titty.
no
The titty is
editing.
real.
There's
that.
no editing to that man's.
I thought that was what was fake too.
Wow.
All you did was slim her down.
Slim her down.
Are you? No, hold on a second.
my
'cause I
God.
don't-
We
made his
look,
bicep a little
look,
bit
you
thicker.
Look, hold on a second. I
Yeah.
know with your little
Bulked
23 an hour, everyone who works here, that you guys think it's funny, but I'm going to be left holding the bag.
Yeah.
I'm going to be held legally liable if that's not the truth. Are you?
True.
You
This is the
swear to me?
truth.
That's the original Photoshop.
That's the original.
She was just slightly fatter.
It's not a Photoshop. It's real.
Everything else is the same on the back of the kids menu.
That's it.
Poor Michelle.
So who won? Was it Gerald?
I did.
I
yes.
think Gerald won. All right, you
Yes.
guys let me know if you won there. We're going to play that.
I'm like sad now.
Brian
I just,
Oh, I love
but
that.
I wanted his tit to be fake. And
I did too.
No, that's all. That's 100%
I mean,
Obama.
The
there's-
guy was the leader of the free world.
for 8 years, I didn't want to see titty.
It looks like a flesh-colored tube sock with a milk dud at the end of it.
It is unfortunate.
He really
is.
should
Bad
wear
angle.
a shirt like a
Yeah.
fat kid
Angle.
at the pool.
The light coming down and
Well, and
had
he's
the
like
shadow
stroking
emphasis,
this way,
yeah.
and it's like I didn't think it would fall over that
It's not
far.
a bad angle. It's a straight-on
It's a
shot.
straight angle.
No. Well, his arms are at a bad angle.
Oh,
No,
that's
here's
true.
the thing. It's
That is
because
true.
of the amount of flaccidity that even from a straight-on angle, he manages a scientific marvel, and then he avails to you under boob and side boob at the same time. What really bothers me is that people rated him like most beautiful man in that's
Oh,
the
yeah, come
most
on.
beautiful man in America. Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
Barack
no.
Obama was really sexy. You're just like, come on.
I mean, he looked in Joe
And his
Biden's
suit where
word,
he
he
can
was
cover it
very clean and articulate.
Yeah.
If I can quote the former vice president.
He spoke well.
Yeah.
But
They
she's
like that.
filthy.
She's got a mouth like a sailor.
Oh,
All
poor
right,
guys.
let's take chat.
I
before-
smelled her once.
All right, Joe, we get it. You like
She
sniffing.
smelled like Plymouth gin and used condoms.
Ugh.
And then I realized it was my breath. I was wearing a mask.
I was wearing a double mask, and I had just consumed a large amount of Navy strength Plymouth gin.
I put on 3 masks. I woke up. I saw Andrew Breitbart. I thought I was doing a show.
And I was living my nightmare. Hey, look at those N-words over there. Stop it, Joe.
I'm eager to hear. Here next.
No, it's not right.
Joe, that wasn't even a
It's
flub.
inappropriate.
That wasn't even a... You
Naggers.
pointed to their neighborhood of D.C.
I asked you where the restroom was, and you said, buy the N-words over there.
Whoa, Joe. You can actually make a mask out of your underwear. It's pretty bad, though.
And the problem is that no one has shown that. When I watched it, I was
I
like, this
know.
can't be real. And then it is real, and no one's showing it. That's just, that would have been front page everywhere. I think that Donald Trump would have been impeached a third time if he said that.
Yes,
for sure.
Honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
The Hodge
nothing
twins
about
talking about this.
The dog whistle.
All right.
We're too white.
Okay, I'm opening up my chest due to the laughter. Okay,
Okay,
let's
yeah,
go to
just-
chat there, Token
Yeah,
Allen.
sorry. Before chat, we have a breaking news update
Hey,
from the Edit Bay, and
Oh,
that is
really?
that our intern is sauced again.
What?
Oh, jeez.
Does
Oh.
Austin... Wait, did he actually have liquor, or is he just like a narcoleptic or something?
Maybe. I'm kind
Did
of
he
worried.
try to make himself pass
A
out
little
like
bit.
you did?
He was drinking sake in the men's room.
Pass those N-words over there.
It's a very racial bathroom.
The toilet's been, no one's immune from white flight. I don't know what's happening. That kid has a problem.
Yeah, man,
really
I'm kind
does.
of worried.
Yeah.
He might be
You may-
narcoleptic, yeah.
Call his dad. Find out.
Yeah.
Let
If
him
he-
borrow
call his
one of
dad
your
and then let me
cars.
borrow his medication.
Yeah.
Let me borrow his GHB. You know that's the date rape drug that you could, but you can get a prescription if
You
you're
can give it to
narcoleptic.
yourself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was
Oh.
never actually used in date rape. So I knew a guy who was one of the world's strongest men, and his big problem was insomnia. And he was prescribed for a long time GHB, which was the date rape drug. But it's like super, super salty. There's no way you can hide it in anything.
Really?
And you can get it as a prescription if you're a narcoleptic because it is guaranteed to give you 4 hours sleep. Then you take a second dose. And it
see
gives you the
Bill
right.
Cosby.
It gives you the right kind of sleep.
Yeah.
It doesn't alter your sleep patterns. It's not habit forming the way that like benzodiazepines are. But because some people there was a
Jerks.
Dateline story in the '90s. You can't get it.
So
Yeah,
they-
but the problem is when you wake up, your rectum hurts.
There is that.
Just wake up you wake up on the back of a kayak. What the
Yeah.
hell happened?
You get a
here?
good sleep,
going
but you wake up in a frat house.
All right, he's asleep. Well, listen, we'll have to check in with Choi Jr. and see if he has a
Yeah.
problem.
I hope he's okay. What celebrity got arrested with the date rape drug?
John Stamos.
Was it John Stamos?
But you know why? Because it was also really popular in the bodybuilding community.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Arnold and those guys used to take it because you'd get such deep sleep that your growth hormone would surge. So it actually is it's actually one of those. It's very powerful, but it's not nearly as damaging. This is what it was explained to me
Yeah.
actually by when I was like, because I have problems sleeping.
Yeah, we talked about it one time. If people just weren't jerks with it, we'd be able to use it.
Yeah.
You ruined it for
Scientists who-
everybody.
So
The scientist that created it wasn't like, I'm getting laid.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's go to chat.
Okay. Let's see. So the first question comes from Hannah. As a consumer, how is it possible to protest with my dollar with every company that I love canceling people or doing things I can't endorse? Love you guys so much and hope all of you are doing well in Texas.
You really can't do that. That's the
No.
problem. You can't
Yeah.
do it with every company and stuff. I'm not really the biggest fan of boycotts just because they don't
Neither.
typically work, but I am a big fan of boycotts. In other words, spend more time supporting the
Yeah, yeah.
businesses. For example, I don't even like My Pillow. Things like a burlap sack stuffed with packing peanuts and
I
own
like
10.
My Pillow.
I know you like My Pillow.
I love it actually. It took me a little time to get used to.
I
but
kind of figured.
it's pretty
Well,
good.
that's also because probably of what you were used to sleeping on
What are you
before
trying to
that.
say?
I'm just,
I had a
you don't
nice
like soft pillows.
I had a nice white
true.
people pillow.
Yeah.
So
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. What?
So it's just we meet in the middle. Yeah, so I'm a big. You see that with Chick-fil-A, and then they
Yeah,
screwed the
yeah.
pooch.
Yeah.
But you also see it with, and we've also seen it here, by the way, with Mug Club. This is a big thing. Like you guys have supported us. I mean, we raised a ton of money for David Dorn too, selling through merch.
Yeah.
So your purchasing power, unless you live in Denmark, is far more significant than simply trying to boycott like Amazon. And I do think that there are some where you make principled stands. If it's something is just so pervasive, if it's a company that is deciding to get involved with every single leftist cause.
Disney.
The NBA.
Disney is an example at
Disney.
this point. I don't know the NBA. I've never watched them.
that you're doing your job. Then.
Okay, well there we go.
You're doing well.
Like when they refuse to play the national anthem of the Dallas Mavericks, I hate it's overused by people like, if you don't like this country, get the hell out. But if you are actually offended by the national anthem or the American flag, you probably should consider relocating.
Yeah.
Like it's perfectly appropriate
Yeah.
in that scenario.
Well, that's your second act. Your first act was supporting China so much that you suppressed free speech here to not offend them there.
Right.
Right. So, yeah.
Okay, let's go to another chat. So I would say focus on supporting businesses who will feel it rather than boycotting businesses who may not, especially when it's an international corporation and, you know, the American market isn't necessarily necessarily even a majority of their market, but I would support the local mom and pop businesses that are taking a stand. All right, another chat.
All right, Cody R. asks, what do y'all listen to when working out? I sometimes listen to your show, but it's hard to hold a plank while laughing.
Well, your first problem is doing planks.
Planks are not bad.
Yeah, well, they're not. That's right. If you're planking at the Folsom Street Fair, and that's really more availing yourself to the closest oncomer. I would say...
no puns intended.
I would say... you know what's funny is I often don't listen to music.
Yeah.
Or I listen to, like, sometimes when I used to work at home, like ballads.
Really?
I don't like getting amped and stuff because I want to focus.
Sounds gay.
When we do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I always avoid anything too heavy.
Yeah.
I always want something that's kind of puts you more in a flow state. I don't know. I see some people, you know, they're like sitting there like, all right, and then they're curling in the squat rack.
Yeah.
So I would say, here's why I don't like planks, okay? Seriously, go with me here. Go with me here. Right? You know, a plank is the thing you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Not the meme, the actual exercise.
Okay.
You are always planking when you're doing push-ups. So why don't you just do push-ups?
I mean, it's not quite the same, but okay.
It is the same.
It's
close.
That's a good
No, it's the same thing. You're always stable. You have to stabilize your core even more with a push-up. There's no added benefit
I
to
can't do
not doing
push-ups for 2 minutes, though. Maybe I could.
Okay, well then do push-ups and then, you know, hold your plank at the end of it so that your boyfriend can, you know, enjoy your nice pants.
I appreciate that.
Enjoy your embroidered pants.
I listen to 1/25 of Freebird.
On double speed.
And then go to Freebirds.
I pick a song a month.
Yeah, I do listen to news. I do listen to news a lot though because I have to get my workout in. Like this morning, I was at the gym at 6 in the morning, so there's nothing on, but I'm listening. Hey, look, David Koshner's on CNN. So, let's see. What do you think, man? Oh, whammy! So I often listen to news. I don't really have that much time to listen to music anymore.
Yeah.
I wish I did, but I'm sorry that I ruined your plank. But you know what? It should have been ruined a long time ago.
They're going to be doing push-ups now. Like, this sucks.
Yeah, doing push-ups, and they're going to throw out an elbow from laughing.
I'll recommend St. Paul and the Broken Bones.
Oh,
Throw it out there. I think you'll enjoy it.
I don't understand the reference, and I hope it doesn't get me in trouble.
No, it's phenomenal.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You're going to like it. If you like Sam Cooke or Marvin Gaye, good music.
Okay, good.
Listen to the boss. You'll get pissed off, and you'll have a better workout.
Yeah, there you go.
You can drink and drive in your Jeep.
It was right after we did the whole segment on what a piece of crap
right
Bruce
after
Springsteen
it.
was. I was like, everything about this guy is fake. He's
then,
garbage. And if you like his music, fine, but I can't stand him. And then, boom, Jeep's like, he's not with us anymore.
Here's my problem. A shot of tequila is what he claimed. And it's like, well, that's no good. You should have said, yeah, I had 58 beers. You're supposed to be the boss.
Yeah. It's weak.
Yeah, that is just feeble.
I know. Like, go out on your shield, man.
Yeah.
You should have, like, showed up. That's what happened, right?
Yeah.
Don't look at me. I had a shot of tequila. You should be like, hey, screw you, copper. I drink when I want.
Exactly. Also,
Try and reach for his holster.
Nah, I
wasn't
don't
it
do that.
DNR DUI? I mean, who gets that besides me in 1999?
All right, final chat, and then we got to get going, and then we will see you tomorrow. Let's wrap this up, hopefully on a chat where someone's not doing planks, but I do appreciate you listening to the show while I go into the gym.
Okay, final chat is from an Orlando resident. He says, do you think a potential presidential candidate like DeSantis is better off serving his state or to make the move to president of the United States?
Well, you know what? That's a good question, actually, and context way better than Plank Boy, which also is a horrible superhero name.
Oh, yeah.
He's taking apart that building.
But look at his
I am
abs.
Plank Boy.
I can hold this for 19 minutes. I'm a child.
It's a terrible superpower.
I like the way you said it. I am Plank Boy.
I am Plank Boy.
I am Plank Boy. Watch me.
I can ferry 3 to 6 people across.
Look, if you ever need to walk across burning coals, he'll come in handy.
Plank boy.
Just Obama and Michelle on him like a kayak.
She is Plank Boy.
The holes
Very
a
in the
little bit
plank
of a
boy.
diag.
Yeah.
So I would say, look, right now, considering who is president and who will likely be president within this term, I think he's better served running for the presidency.
I agree.
Yeah.
In any other
We
scenario,
need
if there were a strong Republican bench, or if there happened to be a Republican president still right now, obviously they'd be better served in their state. Unlike that one, the 1 year where we had a million candidates, right?
Yeah.
Republican candidates, you don't necessarily need that. And I do understand the value there, but right now we're talking about not only do we need a Republican candidate, but we need someone who can appeal to both the folks who weren't really big fans of Trump and the people who like that boldness. And I think DeSantis checks all those boxes. He's unapologetic. He's bold. He takes the fight to the left. But again, he just has a little bit more discipline. And I think that he has a little bit more appeal across all of America. So I think that he could actually fare really well. And that's a pretty rare combination.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And there's a power vacuum right now within the Republican Party, and somebody needs to fill it. And I think somebody like DeSantis fills it really well. Even if he doesn't end up ultimately getting the nomination, it allows people on the Republican Party who would rather just stay home instead of voting for Trump again because they don't want to go through the terror, whether they like Trump or not, they don't want to go through what they went through again. They'll go for somebody like DeSantis and be fine. You're holding it in. You're
just thinking about plank.
I was like, nothing I said is funny. And yet you
Plank boy.
Why do I entertain you?
Just PB on his shirt. I'm Plank Boy.
We should have. Manny can do that sketch, right?
Yeah.
He can sketch
It's
Plank
just the
Boy.
50-year-old basketball player.
Yeah. Oh, he did it again.
Listen, there's no other work that's going to get done today because I'm incredibly immature and I'll be thinking about Plank Boy until the end of the day.
There you go.
Thinking about Plank boy.
No, I agree with you. Everything that you said was far more articulate and far more mature and grown up than anything I was going to contribute because I still got Plank Boy on the brain. Hey, if you like this video, it's actually clipped from the live show Monday through Thursdays, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's when you can tune in and talk with us. Also, you can hit the share button and ding the bell. Right, that thing, and that's my new catchphrase.
I like it.